I'd like to do a little video here about the Joe Rogan podcast the other day. He had on Alex Jones, which is always a fun podcast, right? Whenever Alex Jones and Joe Rogan get together, every one of them has been a great watch, even though they're a little long and a little crazy. So Joe Rogan's always interrupting Alex, which is sort of annoying, but Alex does need some fact checking sometimes. And here is one of the things that he fact checked him on. I'll just read Rogan's Instagram post about this. I knew people were going to criticize the content of the podcast without even listening, and I was right. That's why I fact checked every single crazy thing he said, and all of them were verified. People have said he spread anti-COVID vaccine conspiracy theories because he said that 80% of the people who were given one of the vaccines got sick. Well, here's the video of Bill Gates admitting it himself. Now, I'm not anti-vaccine, and if a safe and effective COVID vaccine is created, I'll take it and encourage others to take it, but I wanted to put up this video to validate what he said. And let's leave it to Billy Boy himself. Let's let him talk.
The Moderna vaccines sound concerning. We looked. After the second dose, at least 80% of participants experienced a systemic side effect.
Did you see right there? He took that sip of water. That's a body language tell. She actually hit him with a hard question. He was like, oh shit. And he took a sip of water to calm his nerves, to cover his face, whatever. That's a common tactic.
Ranging from severe chills to fevers. So, are these vaccines safe?
Well, the FDA, not being pressured, will look hard at that. The FDA is the gold standard of regulators, and their current guidance on this, if they stick with that, is very, very appropriate.
I mean, just look at this guy. You can tell he's lying. He's going, he wasn't expecting that question, and you can tell he's not responding to it well. For the smartest man in the world, or whatever the fuck he's supposed to be, that isn't very good, huh?
And you know, the side effects were not super severe. That is,
the side effects were not very severe. Whatever, bro.
It didn't cause permanent health problems for the things there. Moderna did have to go with a fairly high dose, and so to get the antibodies. Some of the other vaccines are able to go with lower doses to get responses that are pretty high, including the J&J and the Pfizer. And so there's a lot of characteristics of these vaccines. It's great that we have multiple of them that are
Bill,
going out there. And yes, I think
you know the data better than I do. But the data showed that everybody with a high dose had a side effect.
Now, she asked him this question, and I want you to watch his response. And I want you to watch his emotions at the end of it. And I'll explain what this is at the end.
Yeah, but some of that is not dramatic, where, it's just, super painful. But yes, we need to make sure there's not severe side effects. The FDA, I think, will do a good job of that, despite the pressure.
Look at this rat fink smiling bastard son of a bitch cocksucker. You know what that's called right there? That's called duper's delight. So when someone lies to your face and they get off on it, they just can't help but smile. And if you see these fucking cocksuckers, they're on the air all the time, lying right to your face and smirking like this. All the time. These people are smiling and laughing in the most inappropriate situations, and no one ever fucking calls them on it. It's ridiculous.
How many doses of the vaccine will we need?
Well, none of the vaccines at this point appear like they'll work with a single dose. That was the hope at the very beginning. Maybe one of them, particularly in the second generation, won't surprise us. We hope just two, although in the elderly, sometimes it takes more. And so making sure we have lots of elderly people in the trial will give us that data.
You've said some more than 7 billion doses. That's what we'll need.
Well, if what you're trying to
See that? See how they lie? He tries and pulls like some random statistic. Yeah, well we have old people. We need a little bit more. And she's like, well, actually, you've said we need over 7 billion doses. Enough for everyone on planet Earth. And he starts to weasel out of it. Man, this shit is ridiculous. I wish I could play a game of poker with these assholes. I'd be rich. They're terrible liars. And no one ever calls them on it. They just let them get up there and spout the shit. I mean, she's asking them at least questions that most people wouldn't ask, but still. Just let them walk all over the American people. It makes me sick.